You are listening and watching to a very special podcast. Let us continue where we left off, shall we? Here we go. Facing off against the infestations was not easy, especially with the horsemen of John and all that mixture. But they came across an old-looking building, and they saw the soldiers of the Moon Demon Company and the Japanese Imperial Army. However, some sort of supernaturalness happens, and there is this creepy girl who went and killed all of the soldiers in the room. One of them tried to beg for their life, but that girl wasn't going to give it to them. Shinoa realized the girl talking, it's the same one she heard before. She couldn't believe it. No, could it have been a coincidence? She thought. However, the girl looked over in the direction and saw Shinoa. The girl let out a creepy smile, and she giggled maniacally. Shinoa stiffened. Even though her face was remaining calm, she still felt a bit shaken. Randi managed to put her arm around Shinoa. Stay by me. But the girl said, Shinoa Hīragi, at last we meet. Shinoa let out a whisper. You? That's right. Oh, and you too, Hīragi. At last we meet as well. I can't believe this. I finally get to meet the infamous Shinoa squad. Now I can see what the fuss is all about. What do you want? Shinoa demanded. What I want is you, but also... The girl then leaped over towards you, and she put a hand on Yu's side of his face and said, I want your little cherry boy. Yu looked horrified. What? What's the matter? Are you green around the edges? Shinoa would not let her emotions get to her, but she said in a cold voice, You stay away from him, now. Oh, I should stay away. Oh, look at you. So tiny and so innocent like a doll. I bet a girl like you went through so many scars. How Hīragi peeled your freaking nails off. It must have really hurt, the way you were bound, the way you were tortured. And he didn't give a damn about you or anyone else in particular. He never gave 1 ounce of thought for his family, and I bet your father didn't either. You're nothing more than a black sheep. Well, you know who's the black sheep? It's that family. That family who thinks that are self-righteous. You are so much more precious. Shinoa backed away a little. How do you know that? Mitsuba was also shocked. She knows about your past life? She knows who we are? I know everyone, you stupid, whiny little girl. Having to deal with the fact of your own sister and how she never really cared about you. Mitsuba reacted. No, that's not true. Oh, really? Sisters. What can you do with them, right? Like what happened to your sister. She was so beautiful, wasn't she? A sweet, gentle, wondrous, glorious. It's a shame to what happened to her. But don't worry, she'll be avenged soon enough. Who knows what might have happened to her? But I believe I know the answer to that, and it's beyond death and salvation. Shinoa stiffened. What are you talking about? What are you even speaking? Speaking, my dear? Rosemary said. She put her arms around Shinoa and said, "What I'm trying to say to you, my dear, is this. I have been watching you and your little squad, and I must say, your squad is quite a predicament. Two sides are butting heads with one another, trying to compete and see who's better, right? And the other two, well, one's teasing the other, one is even reacting despite being a brat, spouting shit out of her mouth like diarrhea. Oh, it's quite disgusting of all the things she is." Mitsuba was surprised. "You're disgusting. Why are you even mentioning that?" "Why? Because it's true. You're nothing more than a whiny brat. If I were you, I would have maybe shut up a long time ago." Mitsuba was shaken, but Marina pulled Mitsuba close. "Apologize to the señorita at once." "No. And we can't forget about the one and only sane man. Isn't he such a sweetie? A little sweetie now, isn't he?" Rosemary said, running her fingers through Yoichi's hair. Yoichi was terrified, but he didn't know how to react. He just stood there looking at her. "What's the matter? Aren't you going to react? You know, I've always wondered, do you still have that scar when you got stabbed in? Rosemary said. Yoichi reacted. Maggie pulled Yoichi close to her. "Stay by me, stay by me." "How did she know that? What stab wound? How did you even know?" Yoichi said. "I guess I know things. I know everything. I can see inside of your heads. I can see every single memory. I can see in front of everything. Also, I always wonder, Shinoa, isn't it true that you once said about your brother, Kareto, being a monster? But you never said that to his face, now didn't you? You just kept your little tiny lips sewn together shut because you couldn't do anything, because your family thinks that they're so powerful. They have no power over any of you." Shinoa was shaken. That's when Barrere cried out, "Run!" "What? Wait, where are we going?" Shinoa asked. That was the same thing that Mitsuba said too. However, Barrere said to them, "Away from here! Now, go, go!" she cried out. So they fled. However, Maggie found out about the drugs, powered up drugs, and Maggie wanted to know everything. "Shinoa, you got some explaining to do, young lady." Now, there's no need to protest. What do I need to explain? Drugs? What the heck is up with the drugs? What? Are you growing up so fast? Are you really that desperate to become drug addicts? Shinoa looked up at Maggie and said, "Why no, of course not. That's just for temporarily. You know, if that girl would have not have that healing factor, she would have been dead." "Yes. If you take too much of those, you would have become a god. But as a result to the side effects, your organs will erupt." Randi looked at her. "You're kidding." "No, I'm not. I'm dead serious," Shinoa said. Randi cussed to herself. Damn. What a way to go. Jeez. However, Shinoa managed to get the others back when Barrere was curious to know why the army was after them. So Shinoa said, "I guess I never really explained it, but I believe it's time," she said. So she told the entire story. So it all started when you managed to find out that Mika was alive. And once the rest of the Shinoa squad learned about Mika and what has happened to him, they decided that Mika was also going to be part of the family. Yu's new additional family. However, once coming across Mika, the Shinoa squad protected Mika from the rest of the Moon Demon Company, much to the Moon Demon Company's surprise. But then, it seemed there was a lot of things going around. They're on the run because, not that, no, of course not, but there was another branch step. It seemed you, Mika, and of course, Yoichi and Kunizuki have something called a Zeref gene inside of them. And that's why vampires from all around the world, the Moon Demon Company, and of course the Japanese Imperial Army are after them. Once Shinoa finished, she said, "And that's the story." Randi was speechless. Oh my god. I can't believe it. You guys are like trying to hide from these people? And they're trying to track you down? Jeez, what a way to go. Randi moaned. I know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to worry you. It's alright. Thanks for telling us, Randi said. Well, that's it for now. No, seriously. But don't worry. We got more coming your way. I'm Catherine Donovan. Catch you later.